Alright, ladies and gents, grab your bullet journals, your drinks, your snacks, whatever you need, and let's get started with our April plan with me. I know it's a couple days late, had some technical difficulties with this one, but it's finally here, and I'm super excited about this one. I broke back out my watercolors for this one, which I haven't used in quite some time. Actually, I can't even remember the last time I used them in my bullet journal, so this was really fun for me to do. Also, you'll notice with this technique that I'm going to show you guys, a lot of people use it with their Tombows. Like if you follow the Tombow like Instagram, you've probably seen some people like demonstrate this technique. Like they use like a piece of plastic and then you color with their Tombows on it, and then they like spray it with water and put it onto the paper. I did kind of the same thing, except for I'm using my watercolors because I don't have Tombows, and also I am using saran wrap because that is just what I had at the house. So yeah, but you'll also see I switch from that technique to another one where, and I used to use this on my fingernails when I painted my nails all the time. That was my other creative outlet before bullet journaling, was doing my nails. But basically you just kind of scrunch up the saran wrap and then dip it in your paint and then just kind of dab it onto the paper. It's super fun, it's super easy, and I love doing this technique, especially for the space theme. I think it worked out really well because I'm really not that good with watercolors. Watercolor is not my medium of choice ever. I would definitely prefer to paint with like acrylics or something like that. That's much more my speed if I was going to paint. But watercolor is just a little bit easier in the bullet journal, and also I do find with watercolor it's kind of annoying because it's so wet and it crinkles the paper, and I really am not a fan of the crinkly paper. But I think it worked out well, and this technique helps it to not be quite so wet because you're not painting directly on the paper with a paintbrush. So I find that it works out really well. It did crinkle my pages some, but not too much, and it dries really fast, so you don't have to wait too long for the pages to dry to start the next one. And I just kind of closed my bullet journal and put some other books on top of it afterwards, and it really did help to flatten the pages back down some. But yeah, this is our April theme. It is space, and I just love how this one came out. And the quote on the other page says, "Don't just look at the stars, be one." And I just thought that was like perfect to go with this theme. And you'll see a lot throughout this video I'm utilizing my white Jelly Roll pen. Actually, that one's not Jelly Roll, I think it's Uniball. Yeah, my white Uniball pen. Love that thing. Finally getting the hang of using it, and I am loving it so much. Alright, so now on to the monthly spreads. We are starting off with the calendar. I was doing this like hybrid monthly with like the monthly calendar with the vertical layout, like the traditional vertical like bullet journal monthly thing, like the list style, and I still am. However, I kind of switched around the positioning. If you saw my Instagram for March, I didn't actually post a video for this, but I did post pictures on my Instagram. You'll see that I had separated the two instead of putting them side by side, and I put the vertical one first and then the monthly calendar behind that. But I decided I kind of missed like opening up April and just seeing a big calendar when I opened up, so that is why I kind of moved the calendar back to the very first page that you see. I'm really loving that this month, so that's what we're doing here. I am going to be filling in this entire thing with black. It takes forever, don't worry, you're not going to have to watch me do the entire thing. But basically for the headers of the week, I am making these small little like, you know, planets with the watercolors, and I think that part turned out like so cool, especially against the black when it's all filled in. It looks really cool. And you won't see it in this clip because I decided afterwards, but I did go back in and add a bunch of stars and stuff like that with my white pen again, filling in the whole black area. You'll see it later in the video. I just didn't show it because I had kind of changed my mind when I wasn't filming. So yeah, and I think this spread turned out really cool. Oh, it's so cute. So down the side, I am doing my goals again. This is very similar to what I did in March. Basically, I just have different categories of my goals for the year. and I am just putting those little headers. I'm using my Planning with K little check boxes to be able to check off my goals as I complete them. And you'll see I had an extra like space at the bottom that I accidentally made like too many categories for, and I ended up just making that a general to-do section for just random things that I needed to remember to do this month. So yeah, now on to the next page. I did do this as a Dutch door style. You know me, I love my Dutch doors. So yeah, I put my habit tracker on the back side. This is something new I'm trying out, going back to this style of habit tracker. We'll see how it works. If you've been following me for a while, you know habit trackers are not my strong suit in terms of actually completing them. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. And then on the other side of the page is my vertical style like I was talking about for the monthly. So on one side, I'm going to keep track of all my important dates. So when I have exams, when I have an assignment due, if I have a doctor's appointment, whatever. And then on the other side, I am using it for exam prep. So like saying on this day, I'm going to start my study guide. On this day, I'm going to go to the library and study, whatever. And then I did this little moon phases thing. And the quote that I put says, shoot for the moon, even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. So I just thought that was really cute. And also going back to the monthly calendar for a second, I forgot to say why I do two different ones. The monthly calendar, I'm using it for planning out things like workouts, videos, and stuff like that. Basically, I'm using that to plan all the things that revolve around the goals that I'm setting for the year. So that's why I put the goals next to that on that one side. So that's what I use the monthly calendar for. On to my next pages, I just did a little fun little space doodle over here on the right side. I will try to insert a picture of where I got my inspiration for this one from. I found it on Pinterest. It is like an astronaut holding like a bouquet of balloons, you know, but they're planets. And then on the other page over here, I have this sticker that says to start every day with a grateful heart. And so I'm going to use that as my gratitude log. Basically, I'll just write around that big quote in the center of things I'm grateful for every day instead of a like list style, because I think that can get a little bit boring. So on to my next spread. This one is a quarterly check-in page. So this one is to look at your successes and failures so far in the first 3 months of the year. This way you can look to the next 3 months and plan out how you're going to improve upon that. And for me personally, I'm using that other space where I have the categories for each month to plan out what exactly I'm trying to accomplish within those 3 months that are going to get me closer to my goal for the end of the year. So yeah, definitely try this out to help you, figure out where to go next with your yearly goals, and so you can actually try to accomplish your New Year's resolutions this year. Moving on to my budget and expense tracker. I was watching Caitlin from Caitlin's Corner, woo, and she did this expense tracker type of thing that was like categorized, and I thought that was great because on my expense trackers that I've been using so far, I've been categorizing them afterwards with like a highlighter. This way keeps them already categorized for me, so I can just write them into their specific category, so it's already being done for me. So I have like a food category, miscellaneous, medical, and gas. Medical is like if I need to go to the doctor and I have a copay, or if I need to go buy birth control, whatever, you know what I mean? And then on the other side is my budget. It's the exact same as I think February and March, so nothing new there, just categories for income, bills, debt, and savings. So now on to our final spread of the month, and that is the very first weekly spread. This was inspired by Amanda Rachley's weekly live stream that she does, where she sets up her weekly spread. I believe it was like the last weekend of March, like the one before, for the last week of March, I guess is what I mean to say, where it was like a center illustration with the days of the week coming out of it, and I really like that idea, so I did that with my theme, of course. So I have the big planet in the center, and then all the days of the week stemming from it, and I am using my black Tombow, what is this, a Tombow soft tip or hard tip? I don't even know anymore. But yeah, I'm just using that pen to fill in a block there so I can write the days of the week in the white pen. This is going to be my last weekly spread that's simple like this though, I think, because I just feel like I've been missing some like of that extra structure, and also I've been missing like a big space for just like an overall general to-do list. So definitely follow my Instagram so you can see kind of what my weekly spreads morph into over the course of this month, and I may even post a video on it on this YouTube channel, so we'll see. That is it for this video, you guys. Here is the final flip through. I love the cover page. Here you can see all the stars on that calendar. Isn't that gorgeous? And you have the goals down the side, so you have a huge place for planning out all your goals and stuff like that and how you're going to accomplish them. And then I have a place for exam planning and just like keeping track of important things over the course of the month, and my habit tracker, crossing my fingers that I actually use it this month. So yeah, and then I have my little gratitude page, which I'm going to fill with all kinds of things that I'm grateful for over the course of the month, and that cute little like balloon bouquet of planets. And then, like I said, the quarterly reflection page that I did. Super excited to try this out and see if it can help me improve upon my goals for the rest of the year, or I guess for the next quarter. Then expense tracker and budget, pretty standard there, pretty much the same that I've been doing, except for I categorize the expense tracker. And then the weekly spread. And like I said, super simple, probably the last one that'll look like this for a little while. But yeah, I really hope you guys liked this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Make sure you're following my Instagram so you can see all the pictures of these spreads and the other ones that I do throughout the month. And I will see you guys in my next video. Peace!